welcome back to Hammers Fans United. It's been a while that I've sat in front of the camera and done a video, and I'm glad to be back, and I hope you lot are glad to see me on your screens. This video is about our game last night against Stockport, and also I'm going to touch on sort of the Hilaire situation and my thoughts on that. So yeah, we'll just go through the starting team, the ratings, and then yeah, let's see how quick we can get through this video. Right, so the heading is Craig Dawson shines again in Hammers win. We're going to quickly go through the lineup and ratings. So in goal was Darren Randolph. Their synopsis is the goalkeeper did not have a huge amount to do, but there were a couple of occasions where his handling could have been better. He got 6. Vladimir Sufal got forward far more than Johnson, but failed to deliver much quality. Solid at the back and part of a very obvious first choice back four. He also got a 6. Craig Dawson, another good display from the central defender. His partnership with Ogbonna must now surely be the first choice pick for David Moyes. Good in the air, a threat from corners and a loud presence throughout. Excellent header to win a very tight tie. He got an 8. Angelo Ogbonna, my guy. Right, Angelo Ogbonna, sorry, I just come off the page. Won everything in the air and gave Alex Reid nothing. Another solid performance from the Italian. He got 7. Ben Johnson did little wrong, but did not offer much going forward. Whether he was ordered to stay back or whether by choice, he did not get up the pitch often and was replaced in the 73rd minute by the experienced and far more vocal Creswell. He got a 6. Mark Noble, tidy in midfield, but offers very little creativity. A good screen in front of the back four, but unlikely to challenge for a league start in the near future. He got a 6. Declan Rice, not the most impressive game from Rice. Did little wrong, but nothing particularly well either. Capable of far better performance than this. He also got a 6. Andrei Yarmolenko saw very little of the ball and seemed reluctant to come off his wing and look for it. A very impotent display from the Ukrainian. He got a 5. Not important, impotent. Said Benrahma. A very ineffectual display from the Algerians. Started brightly with a couple of decent efforts, but faded as the game progressed. Lucky to have stayed on the full 90. He also got a 6. Manuel Lanzini looked bright in opening 10 minutes, dropped deep to get the ball, switched positions with Benrahma nicely, reacted to Moyes' encouragement and moved the ball quickly, but disappeared as the game wore on. Subbed off early to be replaced by Thomas Soucek. He got a 5. Michail Antonio, clearly not up to full fitness, so the 90 minutes will have done him the world of good. On 2 notable occasions, Antonio failed to get his shot off, ran hard but offered little in the way of a goal-scoring threat. He also got a 5. And substitutes were Aaron Creswell on 73 minutes. Did what he had to do well, a more vocal presence and a clear first choice left back. They haven't given him a rating. Oh. They didn't give Creswell a rating. There's no rating, which is crazy. Thomas Soucek came on 68 minutes, gave West Ham control in the middle of the park when he came on and an extra threat in the box at set pieces. He got a 7. Jared Bowen on 68, great ball in for the winning goal, made more of an impact in 22 minutes than Yarmolenko did in 68. He got a 7. Right, so they didn't give Creswell, so I'm going to give Creswell a 6, because he was on for, I don't know, 17 minutes plus stoppage time. I'll give him 6. That's what he gets. Right, so let's just go straight back through this now. Actually, I'm not even going to refer to this because I don't want to take too long. Right, so a lot of 6s there, a few 5s. What I would say is that Moyes went very strong, which I thought he would do. It was a hard game because the pitch was shocking. It's at the FA Cup. Obviously, there's no fans. And we was away from home. It was like, you understand, it's like one of those, can they do it on a cold, wet night in Stockport? And West Ham came through that test, and that's what it was a test. Now, I predicted 4-1, stupidly, but it wasn't that game, and watching a game, it's more satisfying to win that type of game 1-0 than for us to sort of win 4-5-0. That yeah, it's not good viewing. So as long as we come through it with a victory, then it was satisfying. That 1-0 was satisfying. Now, you have to give Moyes credit because it's not easy. We look at Leeds. Look what happened to Leeds. So the FA Cup is almost a lottery, especially as, like I said, it's the last game of the round. It's a Monday evening. It's raining. It's windy. The pitch is soggy. Those conditions would have suited Stockport a lot more than West Ham, who are used to playing on carpet of a pitch. So for us to keep a clean sheet and sort of, especially first half, they had nothing. Second half, we had a few good blocks from Dawson and Ogbonna. And I was really thinking as the game wore on, like, these are going to score. So for West Ham to come through this, it's credit to everyone. Everyone that played the game, credit to them. I was frustrated looking at some of the performances, as in it looked a bit lackluster, like they've said, at Lanzini, Yarmolenko, even Antonio, as the game wore on, it kind of like, it just like, it looked like they kind of didn't want to be out there. And that sort of gave Stockport a bit of encouragement. To Mark Noble's credit, like they said there, he didn't do anything, but he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything, but he kind of, that's the sort of game that, no disrespect to Noble, that's the game that sort of suits him, where we've got more of the ball. He can sort of dictate the play. And yeah, I mean, that was a Mark Noble game. Like, that was a game suited to him where he has to get 90 minutes in that type of game. So like I said, and it's not easy. So that's not, no disrespect. Credit to everyone on the pitch. The substitutes made a big impact, obviously. So Soucek is a big presence for us. And Bowen came on and played a major part, because what we didn't want is extra time. We didn't want penalties, and what we didn't want is to go to extra time or penalties, lose that game. So you've played an extra half hour and end of penalties and that, then you've got to travel back, and then you understand it wouldn't have been good motivation for us going into the West Brom game. So credit to everyone, and credit that they got it done in 90 minutes. And obviously Moyes, once again, his subs were made at the right time, because clearly they made a massive impact on that game. So credit to everyone involved. And yes, I'm over the moon that we beat Stockport, because it's the FA Cup and the type of game it was. We could have easily lost that game, and seasons past we would have lost that game. So yeah, well done. So we'll move on now. This will be the only other topic I'll cover in this video is the Sebastian Haller transfer. Now, you can look at it from many angles, and one would be we've just lost 25 million. We've literally thrown 25 million down the drain. And then on the flip side of that is maybe his value would have decreased the longer we kept it. Now, I always thought that Moyes was playing him to maintain some sort of value, and that's why I think when we were watching him and he kind of wasn't really doing much, I just think strategically they had to keep him on the pitch playing so that they could sort of command the 20 mil that they got for him, because that could have easily have dropped, his value could have dropped even less than that. So it's not good business, but also it is good business. Now, Moyes didn't sign him. That was Pellegrini's signing. So clearly there's players at the club that Moyes are not his type of player. And unfortunately, Haller was one of those guys. Now, sometimes you've got to take a hit. That is a big hit. For someone like West Ham, 25 million is a lot of money. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes to Ajax and does really well, because they're going to have more of the ball. They're going to play higher up the pitch. And like I said in a previous video, if you're not playing to Haller's strengths, then don't play him. Now, his strengths are anything sort of in an 18-yard box. He will be a big threat. He's not very mobile when it comes to getting around the pitch, but he's very agile in sort of his overhead kicks and stuff like that. He's a good finisher. So I think if Ajax play to his strengths, which that's the way they play, don't be surprised if he goes there. And no disrespect, once again, it's the easiest standard of football than it is in the Premier League. But don't be surprised if he scores 15 to 20 goals this season, which has obviously already started. So good luck to him. Then that's football. Football's about opinions and formations, and do you fit into a manager's plans? And clearly he didn't. So I got nothing but sort of, I wish him well. It's a big hit for us, but I wish him well. There's been a lot of names mentioned. Some of these players I haven't heard of. Some of them, Eddie and Ketia. I think 30 mil. Josh King, who we could get for free in the summer, which maybe that's the route West Ham is going down. I think it's 6 mil now or for free in the summer. Now, We've just lost 25 million. So I could understand why West Ham would try and hold out until the summer and get him for free. So no one can't begrudge the owners that, because like I said, that's a big hit. I know West Brom is interested. Now, for me, is Josh King is, why would you choose West Ham? Why would you choose West Brom over West Ham? It's night and day. You wouldn't. And especially as there's clearly a spot for you right there as a striker. You can clearly see we're lacking in that department. We need him and another striker. So if you choose West Brom over West Ham, you've been advised poorly, in my opinion, because they're in trouble. They're playing under Big Sam. It's not going to be pretty. And you understand, West Ham is doing well, and West Ham is going places. Now, West Ham's owners might once again think, you know what, all right, 6 million don't sound like a lot, but we need to recoup some of that 25 mil. So we're not going to get relegated, clearly. And I know some people say, oh, we've got to sort of aim higher than that, but football is a business. And we are really thin. Our squad is really thin. We don't have no strikers. So we need someone in. But I can understand if they're trying to sort of hold back on the money, because, yeah, like a club of West Ham size, especially in this sort of pandemic where there's no gate money or nothing like that, people have got to be understanding that they've got to balance the books, basically. So I know everyone's always saying, oh, the owner's this, the owner's that. They spent 45 million on Haller. I think it was 38 million on Felipe Anderson. These players haven't delivered. So we always question the owners and they're to blame. But when they put their hands in their pocket and bring in these so-called big name players, look what's happened. Then on the flip side, you bring in Soufal for 5 mil. No one heard of him. If he would have done poorly, we would have been criticising him. But he's come in, he's been fantastic. He's like almost like a 30 mil right back, and he's only 28. So I think, yeah, West Ham fans are onto the owners a bit too much. Now, if you look back recently with the money we have spent, then you can't really question them. What you can question is maybe the scouting team and the players that were brought in, because clearly these big name players have not delivered for us. Even with Ben Rama, I think West Ham have been very smart in what they've done. I think that maybe there was an issue with his medical where they didn't commit to the 30 mil. They said, look, we'll take him on a season-long loan with the obligation to buy 5 mil. So they have to be diligent with the money that they're spending. And I respect that, and I understand that you can't just be throwing money around, because then when the club does go under, who are you going to blame? You can't blame the owners. You can blame them for what? By saying, oh, well, you lot are just throwing money here and everywhere. But when they don't do that, everybody's got something to say. So I think that they've got to be very cautious with the next few transfers. But a couple of strikers coming in is needed. And if we can get some loans and some hungry players, then that would suit us better than just spending money. Even the 6 mil on Josh King, especially when you can get him for free in the summer. So if we don't get him, which I want him, I understand why. Yeah, that's the video wrapped up. I'll be back with a preview for the West Brom game, and then obviously a review. Once again, well done West Ham, well done Moyes, well done everyone getting us into the next round. It's Doncaster at home, and then we should get through that, and then it's Liverpool, Man United away. So it's not going to be easy for us, but well done. Any dreams, any aspirations, any goals in life? Go for it. Whatever it is, don't let no one tell you that it's not for you. Stay on track. Don't be deterred. Most importantly, don't let no one burst your bubble. Come on, you Irons.